I don't think that I have effectively overturned the findings of the inquest. As I said, we've had the opportunity to do 2 further years of investigation post the inquest, which has allowed us to look at all the evidence that was presented there and to look at new evidence and develop other lines of inquiry. Where we are, I think, is precisely where we were at the time of the inquest, where there are, as you say, gaps in our understanding, and there are some pieces of evidence that tend you towards one theory more than another, and there are gaps that contradict that. What I'm saying is that, in my view, after the further 2 years of investigation, I think it is more probable that Gareth was on his own at the time of his death, but that does not fundamentally overturn what the coroner said. If I had evidence that allowed me to say beyond reasonable doubt there was not a third party there, then when I presented that to the coroner, I have no doubt that she would have then been seeking to reopen the inquest. But we don't have that evidence. I would say that my relationship with Gareth Williams' family is very good. I sat with his family 2 weeks ago with the coroner present, and we all discussed the findings of our report. That was an incredibly emotional meeting, and sitting opposite 3 people for whom this is incredibly raw still 3 years down the line is very impactful. They choose to take that view, and that's entirely right, because I come back to, if I had the evidence to conclusively say there was not a third party, then we would have presented that evidence and we would be in a different place. The key factor for me around all the theories is that on the basis of the facts that we have, I find it very difficult to understand that there is no identifiable trace of that third party being in that premises. From my experience and through the science and the facts, it's very difficult for me to accept that someone would be there when they've left very little or no trace at all of their presence. So that's why I tend there. But as I say, the Gareth's family have a right to make the inferences from the facts, and they have all the facts that we have, and we've sat down and shared that with them. I don't want to get into the realms of fiction and fantasy. Spy is a pretty generic term. I'm not necessarily that I would describe Gareth as a spy, and I don't have the luxury of indulging in speculation and going into the realms of fiction. I have presented the facts as we have them: forensic evidence, physical evidence, evidence from witnesses, and on that you can draw some conclusions. But I think it's unhelpful to be speculating wildly on the basis of Gareth's employment.